Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Zignaly. This is a request from one of my community members here. Let's see, who was it again? Angry Boy. Thank you for requesting I cover this one. That is a cool name, by the way. I hope you live up to your name. Okay, no, wait. Let's go ahead and draw some new fibs here, some more recent lows to more recent highs. We're going to talk a little bit about the back-end data, but more importantly, just help understand, best practice for situations like this. Because when the price comes down like it has so far, we want to respect specific key level Fibonacci retracement lines, but also kind of understand, again, big picture and work our way down. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. I do have a Trading Academy community and signals group link down below if you're curious. Okay, ZIG, what do we do here? We look at moving averages first and recognize that we're testing the 20 and the 50-day moving average. Well, actually, we already tested the 20, got rejected. Now we're seeing if we can close above the 50. It's not a good sign. Usually when you close below the 50-day SMA, it does imply further downside is likely. We can also clarify too here as well, if you look at candlestick closures from more recent timeframes, we can see that there's a pretty obvious line here, whereas the price action is breaking down, retesting these lower lows, and further downside would make sense, okay? So again, just kind of drawing some lines on the chart here. These are just, nothing official, but really helps us get kind of perspective on where we're at. A lot of times these moving averages will align themselves with ascending or descending trends. So the 20 SMA is basically that trend setter letting us know until we get back up above that, we can presume the price is going to continue either lower or keep getting rejected by it, okay? So again, just some kind of things to think about there. I like to give you food for thought. I should be like a chef trader, one that kind of feeds you good information, but also helps you, helps satiate the need for charting when you don't really necessarily feel like doing it. So what we're looking at here is 50 on the RSI is one of those levels that we want to recognize as also a resistance. So we just got rejected off 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is pulling back. And actually, if we take a look here, we can see stochastics trying to swing up. Now, keep in mind, stochastic swings to the upside are very deceiving in larger time frames. I don't necessarily like to look at that, but just kind of helps give us an idea of shifts in momentum. So hadn't today's sell-off occurred, that probably would continue higher. Obviously, that's just generally how trading works, but speaking of which, we can see this momentous indicator MACD's still diverging. So really just letting us know that we're still in the doghouse and that the likelihood of a breakout is getting pretty low here. Okay, now is the price just going to drop hard? That remains to be seen. We'll look at, in fact, before we go any further, let's look at Elliott Wave on the larger picture, just so you can kind of see here that, if this most recent high here at about 11.3 is the highest point that this will go, which seems likely, we do have potential for one more leg down somewhere in the sub 8.87 mark. Okay, again, that's just the most recent low. The ABC pattern typically always comes lower than the most recent A, so we can expect a price action somewhere down below 8.5. Again, if this continues to happen, but it just depends on how you look at it. Elliott Wave is not a guarantee. It's not exact science. It's just kind of, again, like a candlestick pattern. It kind of lets you know generally what phase we're in right now, and we are in a downtrend, likely looking for our next lower low. Having said that, the 4-hour time frame, we can see we're below all 4 moving averages. That's a disadvantageous sign here. We can also see as well that we've been rejected by 50 on the RSI, and money flow index is right there with it. Stochastics trying to swing up, but not having any luck considering we're still establishing lower highs. Now, this is an interesting pattern. It's really weird when charts do this, when the price shoots up like this and back down. That's basically what happens when Bitcoin shoots up to 69.5 and then back down to 66,000. You're going to see this kind of scenario here. But no matter how you look at it, we're below all moving averages. Even though we are establishing higher lows and higher highs, this is still not a positive pattern. Okay, now, again, if you're going to go with a pattern, we can kind of identify here that we've got somewhat of a bear flag pattern. Okay, so again, bear flags work like this and generally break down. Okay, so again, a lot of it hinges on the fact that we stay below this ascending trend line, or descending trend line rather. So there's a few factors in play. Not a guarantee, of course, just kind of a contributing factor, letting us kind of know that, hey, this is a possibility for the price action to break down further. Okay, hourly, quickly note, the best indicator that I find to be useful for a lot of situations, specifically confirmation, we can see that the lagging spans within the price action are basically just kind of in this mess here, not really worth considering a trade. Conversion lines below the baseline, no trade considered, and we're below the cloud as well. So this is 3 out of 3 reasons why you should not take a long position with this coin. And if we compare this and kind of just take a quick look at Bitcoin's price action, Bitcoin is performing better than this coin here in the recent relative past. So again, generally speaking, it's not a clean chart. It's not looking good if Bitcoin breaks down any further. I'm willing to speculate we're going to see a price action down to 8.6, 8.5, or even lower. Again, most signs are pointing down. It's not a guarantee, just kind of letting us know that we are in position right now to see the price come down lower. All right, folks, that's all we got. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you learned something here today. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is the site. Link down below. And obviously, make sure you reference Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Link down below for that as well if you want some nice rewards. No KYC or VPN required. That is our community favorite exchange, and I can vouch for them. They're very, very good. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. Take care.